Hey everybody, welcome back. Another revision, taking a look at it just brings a smile to everyone's face when you see the spring IHSA football season coming up here in the middle of March. And again, very, very happy and thrilled to bring in our guest, Todd Kuska from St. Rita, taking time out of his busy schedule. And Todd, I tell you, 2 weeks ago, if you would have asked me odds of us having a spring season, I would have said maybe 10-20%.
Yeah, I agree. It's been an emotional roller coaster for us as coaches, and I think mostly kids as well. Yeah, 2 weeks ago wasn't looking good, and then they came out with that announcement from the IDPH and the IHSA, and here we go. So as we said earlier, 6 games is better than nothing.
Yeah.
And our guys are jacked and excited about it, and we're excited to get back out there and play some football.
There's so many different questions, and I know everyone's still trying to find the answers. I guess the starting point here for us would be roster-wise. Have you had kids transfer out, kids transfer in? Just how have you been able to kind of get through that during all this pandemic? And the other thing I want to throw at you, and you obviously being heavily involved with the Catholic League, Todd, I found it kind of interesting that I think a lot of cases, a lot of the Catholic schools saw their enrollments rise a bit during this because of, I think, a lot of the in-school learning that families weren't able to get because a lot of the public schools were locked in. So I guess, first of all, roster changes, anything of major note, and then just your thoughts is how it seems like some schools have benefited because of maybe more in-school learning that the Catholic schools offered.
Yeah, no, roster wise, no, but nothing. We didn't lose anybody. Our guys were, it's this senior class is a great group of guys, very committed group. And they've been, as strong as you can be during this time. So we haven't had anybody leave us. As far as transfers in, we've had a few guys that have transferred in. And I want not sports specifically or anything like that, but yeah, as you said, we have been in school learning since August, so hybrid version of things. So we picked up, and I just know that from the office here of seeing transcripts come across the desk and things of just students wanting to come in and parents wanting kids to get that in school experience. So, but the roster is still the same. Looking forward to it. Guys are excited. They've been lifting and working and doing the things that they can do on their own up to this point, and we're just getting ready to get back out there. And obviously, Mother Nature had a different idea for everybody, dropping a foot of snow on us over the weekend. But our guys are still committed to playing football.
Well, you want them to get that upper body work in, just put a shovel in their hand and send them out to the field. So. Yeah. I'm sure that'd be some violation of something if you did it. But as far as St. Rita, you mentioned in-school learning, and again, as I mentioned, it's been pretty predominant with the Catholic high schools that they've been able to get that done. I've been able to get it done at St. Rita, Todd, because it was certainly a gamble, I think, going into this early that, hey, we're going to give this a shot, but you guys were able to do it and find a way to get it done. So how did that happen?
Well, we were actually the first school to open on August 17th. We started letting guys in, and basically we divided the school into two groups, red and blue, our colors, and so kind of half and half, and we gave our kids the choice. You can be here hybrid, which means, if you're red, like I say this week, yesterday was a blue day. So anybody that's blue, had the ability to be here in school, and the red guys are all learning online. We do class every day. Everybody's either online or in person, and then, today was a red day. Tomorrow will be a blue day, red day. And it just goes like that throughout everything. And there's a lot of kids that have chosen to be remote, just for fear of coming to school. We follow some very strict guidelines. Obviously, everybody has to wear a mask. The only reason I don't have one right now, I'm in my office by myself with, glass shields all over the place and everything. But, everybody's got to have a mask on at all times. Temperatures are taken when they come in. Temperatures are taken again if they're going to start some type of sport practice. And it's very safe. Everything is washed down, wiped down after every group leaves a classroom or leaves an area. So we've done it very well. And we've been, knock on wood, things are going well for us. And I know we're starting to get more kids that want to come in, and we do have an option of being here 5 days. So if kids want to be here 5 days a week, we do have limitations in the classroom. So if it's a classroom, if we, our cap is 15 kids at a time. If there are 15 kids there and you're here, you have to then just remotely learn from another spot in the school, which we have monitored and everything like that. But if a class opens up, they're able to go there. So we've got everything covered. And as things are starting to open up, we are getting some more kids that want to switch from remote to hybrid, or from remote or hybrid to the 5-day learning. So it's great to get kids back in the building and back on campus doing the things that they want to do for in-school learning.
Yeah, which is great. And again, I think we're going to continue to progress, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get back fully into school by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Let's talk football a bit. You're coming off a 5A state title appearance, loaded team coming back, and I know you certainly were disappointed by seeing the fall season suspended and delayed and what have you. Offensively, you got Todd. It looks like almost literally your entire offense back for this spring. I guess again, several leaders on that, and got to start with Caleb Brown. And he's just, everyone knows what a great athlete he is. He's got a million offers from Power Fives everywhere. What I want to talk to you about Caleb is as a leader, kind of a quiet kid.
Yeah.
But also the kind of kid that when he kind of says something, you definitely listen.
Yeah, definitely. He's a humble kid. He's got obviously, everybody knows who he is. He's a boatload of talent, great work ethic in every facet, both in the classroom and on the fields. But last year was different. He was a sophomore. And we've got a very senior dominated group right now as well. A lot of them played as juniors, and so he is a leader for us, but it's taken him a little bit to, last year he led on the field, and took a little while for guys to kind of see that. Everybody recognizes talent, but the leadership ability, when he does speak, people listen, because he's not a real vocal guy. And like I said, he was only a sophomore last year. This year he'll only be a junior, so there are some other leaders that are more vocal and more, in that role right now, but he definitely is one of our leaders. We do have a leadership council of 11 guys, and he was voted into that leadership council by his teammates last year, so he's got that leadership role, and I expect him to take a little bit more of that this year once we do get back in back on the field and back in the process. It's been such a crazy time for guys. It's people coming and going at different times, working out in small groups, so not everybody's been together and things like that. So it's going to take some time to get back used to that, being together, and to see those leadership qualities come back out.
I think I'm required by law whenever we're talking about St. Rita, we have to mention the offensive line. You have to, and a kid like Bodie Turner, who I know signed and committed early at Illinois State.
Yeah.
You mentioned those senior leaders, and he's got to be one of those for you as well.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah. Bodie is a guy that, came up and started for us a little bit as a sophomore in a few games here and there. And then last year, full-time starter, really proved his leadership and his worth as the O-line, as being that kind of leader. We had some other seniors last year too, but Bodie stepped into that role. And especially this year, through all of this, to try and keep some of those guys together, especially when we were at camp, back in, well, not camp, but the football contact days we were allowed in the fall and things like that. That leadership comes out, because it is in times of, uncertainty, nobody knows what was going on back in the fall. And even at this point, we all have a plan. We think it's going to work, so you need that leadership to make sure those guys are still working hard and, have that belief. And I know it was a special day when we came out and they said that we're going to be allowed to play, and, people started contacting me, and I just simply sent out to the kids, hey, football's back, make sure we're doing this, make sure we're ready to go. Schedules be coming, but we can't get outside and fully practice till March 3rd. but be aware for meetings and things like that, because we do have those contact days. Don't know much is going to go on.
Yeah.
The snow around, but meetings and such, and weightlifting, things like that.
Yeah, and you mentioned we're still finding things out as we go along, and the initial reaction I think from people and fans in particular was, only 6 games, but I mean, I don't know, Coach. I kind of look at it as we talked about from the beginning. I mean, I'd rather see you guys get 6 games than no games, and
Right.
And believe me, I understand. Certainly from the Catholic League, this as well as anyone. Hey, it means a lot. Football means a lot in the Catholic League, and to play and compete for a championship. So I'm going to assume no prep bowl this year.
Yeah, you know what? It's as there are a lot of plans out there, and we had talked, and one thing I think this whole pandemic has kind of brought a lot of coaches from across the state together. I've been on a lot of texts, a lot of group meetings, Zoom meetings, a lot of different things with coaches that don't really have much contact with. And, we had a lot of plans set forth, and we presented them to the IHSA throughout time. And, it's not a perfect world, but 6 games. Like you said, 2 weeks ago, we didn't think we were going to play at all, and we got 6 games. And yeah, playing in the Catholic League means a lot, and for these guys. And the one thing I sent out an email to everybody and said, look, we get a chance to defend that Catholic Green title and get a chance to win another title, and when it's all said and done, whether it's 6 games, 5 games, 3 games, we're playing football. And for these guys, whether you're Division I, Division II, Division III, or never going to play again, they get a chance to put that St. Rita jersey, put that St. Rita helmet on, run out on the field, hopefully in front of some more fans. But if not, we'll be streaming things. But, they get a chance to put that uniform on one more time and get out there and play for St. Rita High School. And that's always been something we've talked about with these guys since they were freshmen, is playing for St. Rita, playing for the legacy you're going to leave behind. And these guys will leave a legacy behind that hopefully nobody can touch because it's going to hopefully never be another experience like this. But to fight through it and not play football until March, nobody's going to have, like I said, nobody's going to do that. So these guys staying together and working to this point and hopefully getting out there and having a successful season. I think we take the field as a successful season, but hopefully getting out there and playing the way we're capable of playing will really set these guys apart from most other classes in St. Rita's history and in the IHSA's history.
Yeah, I think what's going to be exciting is just the fact that you're going to play, and that first week, and Todd, I'm sure you feel this way as well. I don't think anyone ever has taken football for granted, but I think now that everyone has gone through this, I think there's going to be even more appreciation, and just gratefulness to be able to go out there every single day and work at it when it's been taken away from you for so long.
Yeah, definitely. It's it'll be interesting to see how it's gonna pan out that first week. We're at home. The way our schedule works out, we got 3 games at home, the first 3, and then 3 games on the road. And first game's against Loyola.
Nice easy one for you.
Nice. And I know I've talked with Coach Halsek. We're close, and he's not too excited traveling to St. Rita for the first game, and we're playing Loyola the first game. But that's what it is, and those are the cards that are dealt, and we're going to be ready to go. They're going to be ready to go. It'll be interesting because, you never know what can transpire. As we saw this year, things were taken away. We thought we'd get it back. They were taken away again. Now they're back again. Hopefully, and I already told our kids, look, we have got to make sure that this goes. So you've got to do the things we're supposed to do, to wear the mask. I said it's ever more important now that we actually are going to have a scheduled season, because God forbid something happens and there's an outbreak here or there. You've seen it happen, even in the NFL. I thought it would happen more, but they did a great job of it. But you saw it in college football. We don't want to lose those things. There's something that happens. We could lose 2 weeks, and you lose 2 weeks out of a 6-game season. That's a third of the season, if my math is correct. And that's a lot. So. Yeah. It's going to be exciting, and these guys they're welcoming it, and they're excited for it.
Before I cut you loose, and again, just appreciate you taking time. I know it's busy over there these days. As far as the roster is concerned, are there a handful of other kids that maybe have made just incredible strides since all this went down that people need to keep an eye out for, maybe some younger guys as well, who are maybe some other names that we kind of need to get to know?
Well, I think, a lot of guys have been working. A lot of guys have been in the weight room, but it's been different because it's been at different times, so guys aren't seeing each other there all the time because they've got to do it in groups and so to single anybody out, until we get out there, I know we finished camp. I was extremely excited with the way camp had progressed with the seniors that were the juniors stepping up to be those seniors really progressed and took the leadership. I thought our quarterbacks, Brian Johnson, who was going to be the senior, really stepped up and did really well. The junior quarterback to be Tommy Ulatowski also had a great time. So those two guys worked extremely hard, and all of our guys, the linemen, the skill guys, Kyle James, a guy that goes both ways for us,
Yep.
Is jacked. He's going to be he's going to be playing at University of Chicago, which is awesome for him. And he's been working. Henry Wilson coming back from the broken leg that he had in week 7. He's put on great mass. I mean, it's like 185, 195, actually might be more than that. Solid, just had this time to work and get it. So, there are guys that definitely took advantage of it, and all of our guys did. And I hate to just single out a couple of them, but they're excited, and they're ready to go. They've been cooped up. They've been cooped up in weight rooms and running around by themselves on hills and stuff, and they're ready to go. So our group is ready. Like I said, taking the field is going to be a success, but we want to get out there and we want to win the games. We want to win the Catholic League again and make the most of it. Send these kids off with a great experience, second to none, because nobody's ever had this before, and just get ready for the next one. But we want these guys to have the experience that they deserve. It was a great senior class.
One last thing before I let you go, and I'd be remiss not to mention this. Please give me a Fat Johnny's update. What's going on over there?
I'll be honest, I don't know. They are open. They are open.
Okay.
I've seen them open. Unfortunately, they don't do the cart service anymore. But we didn't even get a chance to do our normal overnight kind of team building stuff that we did this summer. And they were the guys that always catered it and everything. Unfortunately, Teddy is up there watching over us all. But they are still open, so you can get there. I think it's limited times, but they're open. And I think they'll always be open. I don't know how, but I think
Gotta
they're all
support them.
So,
Gotta support them. All these small businesses and stuff.
Yeah. They're one of a kind for sure.
Yeah, there's that's a Chicago landmark in my world.
Definitely.
So.
Yeah.
All right, Todd. Again, just always appreciate you taking time. Looking forward to seeing you guys get back. And again, just great to see you. I mean, it's weird to say that, but I haven't seen you guys in a long time, and it's just going to be good to try to get something going again. So I appreciate it, my friend.
No problem. Great to see you too. Thanks for having me on.